If you're a Capricorn sun and your Venus is also in Capricorn, then we have double earth, double cardinal, double feminine. So especially if you've got a feminine moon sign, then we are talking about a more feminine, introverted person here. And for you guys, Saturn's going to be doubly important to look at because it's hosting and the ruler of Capricorn, and you have a sun and Venus in here. So it's in charge of two of those planets, if you like. So it's going to be more important for you guys to know where Saturn is than kind of other people. And of course, if you are the Neptune Uranus in Capricorn generation, then this is going to modify the expression of your sun and Venus. It's always interesting when you've got a planet next to the sun because it amplifies that energy. And when we have Venus here, which is the planet of others, mixing with the sun, which is the sign of the south and the expression and the identity, we're essentially mixing relationships and values with identity here. But I usually like to say that people with sun and Venus conjunctions might be quite strong on the self-love front, just because it's the planet of love and the planet of self-love. So you know what I mean? This is going to be a more serious and traditional and methodical type of person that are going to approach most things in life with caution. They're not necessarily going to be in a rush to get things done. They understand the long game, having patience, and like, don't take this the wrong way, but you guys are the people I imagine that have spreadsheets, that have budgets that you stick to, that work. And I wish I could have a good hard budget. I'm not very good at that type of stuff, but you guys plan ahead. Plans for everything to you guys, the 5-10 year plan in terms of every aspect of life. This is someone that wants to know where they're going. They want a clear direction. They are a hard-working person. They really understand the benefit of working hard, and they want to reap the rewards from their hard work. You guys can kind of make work look like light work, and like it's just really easy, and you might be a bit of a workaholic, maybe not giving yourself much downtime really, because you're just like, time is money, and you know, you like to put your best foot forward, and you don't really do anything by halves, do you? Like, you're going to do something, you're going to do it and do it properly and well and in order and in process and on time. And this is definitely somebody, as we said, in Venus and Capricorn anyway, but this is somebody that's definitely going to value quality over quantity, basically. They're not just going to want everything, they're going to want the quality. Like, you guys have probably got that 300 thread Egyptian cotton bedding on your bed like nothing else will do. You're not here sipping on a Smirnoff Ice, are you? No, you've probably got a cognac sitting in the fridge on ice that you have every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. This will be someone that's usually quite money savvy, just good at saving money, not necessarily all the time, but better with money than most at handling money, and just able to build wealth and concerned with building wealth for the family, basically, and building stability for the family. Now, in terms of the aesthetics, this is somebody that's going to have more of an eye for the more classical, timeless themes. They don't want radical things around them, unless obviously you've got the Uranus aspect, then yes, that might apply to you guys, might like something radical. But in relationships are business, dating is business. This is not a game, love is not a game. You are here looking for that partner who can meet your high standards, and just beware of your standards, Capricorn. Some of the things you do, you make look so easy. And believe it or not, it's not as easy for other people to kind of have those qualities, but you do definitely need someone who's kind of on the same page as you, at least, because you're super hardworking, you have a lot to bring, you bring so much stability and value to somebody that you definitely need to make sure you pick through all the weeds, basically, and find yourself a good one. This isn't someone that's going to really be into PDA and that like lovey-dovey type of thing in relationships. They'll be more reserved with their expression of love, but they will show you they love you through their actions, through what they do. They might not necessarily express it so much, just because we are talking about Capricorn Sun. The Capricorn Suns don't really express things like that. And although it is a more introverted, natured person, don't underestimate the level of control this person needs. You guys might be a little bit of like control freaks, you know, you really like to be in the driver's seat and kind of call the shots really, and give out your orders that you kind of want people to follow. And I'm not saying you won't negotiate in a relationship, it's just that if you will change your mind, as I just said, it's going to be subject to some sort of negotiation. It's going to be a deal and an outcome that's fair and realistic. You know, it's just that type of vibes. Probably attracted to a more older person, a more mature person, at least someone established, accomplished, knows where they're going in life. As I said, you guys, you don't need someone chaotic. I'm a Sag Sun. I might be your worst nightmare of a person, but you don't need something chaotic and inconsistent and changing. It's not what you need. You want that consistent, loyal, devotion, long-term committed person, because that's what you bring to a relationship. Particularly because we have a Capricorn sun here that we're talking about, and the sun being the self, being ruled by Saturn, the planet of restrictions. You may have a level of self-restriction you put on yourself, restricting yourself from not falling off the bandwagon in any way. You might keep yourself on this rigid track, this rigid structure and routine, but just, you don't have to take my advice, but sometimes, guys, just be aware of the art of spontaneity and the art of not caring so much and just letting be what will be. And sometimes just not being so serious all the time, because that's a very pressured environment to work with, which is why you need a partner that understands this side of you and then can support this. Like, you need someone who's not going to add to the pressure that you've already got. And let's not forget, Mars exalts in Capricorn. Have you guys seen a Capricorn get angry? Have you seen their rage? Because their rage is quite scary, because it's like a quiet rage. They're quiet and cunning and calculated, then they will get their revenge. You just might not see it coming. They're not going to come at you like an Aries, but don't try and mess with them, because there will be a comeuppance of some sort. There can be a level of being cold and detached with this combination here, so they could have the ability to kind of cut somebody off. And because it's a Capricorn sun as well, your father, your dad, or your father figures may have been seen as quite an authoritarian type of person. You might have worked in the army or the government, or just quite a strict father, or that you're seen as quite an authoritarian person. Your presence might be quite intimidating to other people because you've just got your ish together. But overall, this is a strong, confident, competent, sophisticated boss, empire building, powerhouse person. But I'm going to leave it there. If there was anything that I said that you liked or could relate to, then please drop me a like. And if you like my channel and my content, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to grow my channel here on YouTube. I have so much knowledge to share.